My name is Shegun Odwayo. Like we always do, we have three interesting topics that are affecting the polity that we'll be discussing this day. And I have one guest, but one guest that can do justice to these topics far more than 5 persons. I'm talking about no other person, but our most regular guests on this show, Mr. Adekunle Aliu. It feels good to be having you here in the studio this beautiful Thursday afternoon.
It's a pleasure to be
January
here.
is running really fast.
Yeah, very fast.
I don't know how many people say January is very. This January is.
If you're
Today is 9.
If you're a reckless spender,
Today is 9. Oh, it's about money.
And you do your December dirty. So you're going to come to a very, very long, lengthy January. If you're a careful spender, you have something left, so your January would not be too long.
Okay, it's about money. I didn't know. I just thought, oh, it's money that causes the complaints. Interesting. All right, very quickly, we hit the road, and we'll be starting with this virus that has come again from China. Just like yesterday now, COVID-19. And then somebody came from China and brought the disease. And before we could say Jack Robinson, it was spreading everywhere. And by the reports, by the analysis, we have 777 million persons in the world who are affected. And over 7 million people have been confirmed dead as a result of contracting COVID-19. And this is something similar. I think we just have to start educating the public.
Yeah.
And now, because, you know, today we are saying we don't know. It is not here yet.
Yes.
And the government is saying they are tightening. They are quarantining people from China. But who knows if somebody who is coming from Cambodia
or
the
person has gone to
Taiwan.
China. The person has gone to China and has gone to Chad and has gone to Niger, and from Niger
and is coming from Ghana or coming from Togo.
So we all
or it's coming via road or something.
All hands must be on deck to check.
It's a globalization right now. Is it's just the way the thing.
It's hard to pinpoint, but if we all work together as a country, as a people, as a world, we can monitor these things.
All right, that's the first topic for the day, and we have to really hammer on it because it's talking about health, and especially something that still gives a lot of Nigerian PTSD because of what happened just about half a decade ago, 2019, 2020 to be precise. And, COVID came down upon us, hit everybody hard, companies, organizations, changed everybody's life. I mean, there was social distancing even in church, everywhere. I mean, oh my goodness.
Wash your hands.
We should never go back to those days. So if you can, please wear your masks, wash your hands. When you want to cough, please cough inside your mask or, cough somewhere private. When you want to sneeze somewhere private, not where people are in the office and all of that.
Respiratory
you have
diseases.
Children that go to schools, please teach them to do the right things. And, children can be funny, putting their hands in each other's foods, eating their friends' food, and a lot of all those things. It's time for us to guard against HMPV. It is here. When I mean it is here, I mean it is now on earth. Not here in Nigeria physically, I mean yet, but it is here, and we all have to.
US.
It is in the United Kingdom, in the United States, and we just finished the in quote Oblate season, 30 December, where lots of persons came in and went out. I mean, we just hope that this thing does not come near us and all that. But very quickly, we move away from this first topic to the second topic, China again, but this time around for positive reasons. Have okayed a loan for us, for Nigeria, I mean, that we allow for train transportation from Kaduna to Kano. What heavy millions? The loan is about $254 million US. And this singular action has caused a lot of controversy online, arguments for and arguments against. People are saying the way we are collecting loan from China, it is dangerous, Can't we just do some of these things without a loan? While some persons have said this is a good thing, it's a good development, the same way we have the Lagos to Ibadan train system that is working really fine, still working very fine up until now, despite the fact that when it was done some years ago, some Nigerians said it was not going to last a year, it was going to get destroyed, and a lot of things. And then, positives and negatives. I think we start from the positive side.
So the loan is interesting. I just want Nigerians to know that, look, as much as people are afraid of the loan and saying that we are loaning our future away, I think people should understand that even America, that is the richest nation in the world, is also highly indebted to some countries.
Highly.
Yeah.
Borrow. They borrow
Even
big.
I was told from the research that look, the amount Americans owe Americans is so high from student loans and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That Americans owe them. So being in debt does not mean you are that in debt. There's a ratio. So we've not even gone beyond our threshold. The moment we go beyond our threshold, the World Bank and all those banks will not give us loan. But I think they see us as a very viable economy that need these loans and that can repay back. And if we are servicing those loans, we don't have any fear. We will still borrow more. We will still need more money to do investment. But if where and our issue is, if the money is not used for the purpose, you borrow money for train, please use it for the train, so that when the train is working, people can see the benefits and from that train we can also pay back. So they have assurance in our country that we will pay back. And you don't blame China. China is also looking for friends in the world. So they are going to give people who are responsible money to do what they want to do. While they are doing that, also note that it is their company that is going to be building some of these projects. So they will give you money and let their company. It's like somebody.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win situation for them. Somebody
win-win
beating his child with the left hand and drawing him with the right hand. So they are giving us money. They are bringing their investment. They are bringing their investors. They are bringing their engineers. They are bringing this. They are bringing that. If you get to Lagos while they were doing the metro at CMS, you could see a lot of Chinese people on that route. So it's their technology.
Yeah.
It's their money.
Yeah.
We borrowed the money, but there are other strings attached. So we are not selling our future away if we are paying back rightly. It's investment for us.
The China Exim Bank were meant to be the financial,
Yeah.
were supposed to be the financial backers
Yes.
before they pulled out, and then the China Development Bank came in.
Yes, sir.
And some persons have said there's a possibility that there was something underground that Nigerians probably did not know. I mean, why did the people that were supposed to come in before pull out? Why was the deal renegotiated with the China Development CDM? Why not CEM before?
So
CEB rather
if
before.
the interest of your country is not, when you're doing this deal, you remember there was a time there was this Ogun State crisis where they said one of the governors signed a deal with decent China people with one company in China, and this was want to seize our presidential
Yes.
aircraft.
Yes.
So now
The president's jet.
So if these deals must be done, that's why you're borrowing money. It must be done in your own interest, not in the interest of the country that is borrowing. So put all things on the table. When you do the analysis, if it does not pay you, you draw out. So we can't tell. We don't know the modalities, the things that are in it for the initial company that pulled out. So every company will look at what is beneficial to him. Our own, the Lagos State governor is always going to China to get these things done, to sign contracts, to get cars, to get... Some of the vehicles manufacturing companies in Nigeria now are from China. So we are drawing investment from China. We are drawing a lot of investment from China. So, and they also have a lot to offer because they are looking for friends. They are looking for allies that they can stand with. And they are also looking for how to make the yen stronger.
Yeah, of course.
So you don't blame them. They need to come. You also need to take it. But while you're taking it, make sure you look at all the modalities. Look at the book with your eyes wide open. I don't know why that company, that other bank pulled out.
Yeah, China
I can't say for them precisely.
China Exim
but
Bank.
you see that China Exim Bank has also funded other projects. They will give us loan from other projects. So it depends. We cannot really tell until when the government comes.
Some persons were saying that they were running away from our debt profile and they were...
Those are just conspiracy theories. Those are things that our debt profile is still very good. The World Bank was still borrowing.
If you compare it with our, what's it called now? Compare with our GDP.
It's still
look
very,
at what we
it's still
can
very
offer,
good.
and
Our
look at
debt,
how much we are owing.
The moment our debt profile gets bad, you will see the World Bank, you will see the WATO, everybody will begin to complain that we are at a very bad state. But because it's still very
But
good,
the figure is high.
and we are creditworthy, that's what they're telling us.
Yes,
now.
we are creditworthy,
So we are
but
still
that figure
creditworthy.
is high.
It is high because we don't know how to manage these things. But again, as hard as it is, we are only being afraid that we don't want more. But again, we will still borrow more because we are projecting that by this time, sometimes December, we would have been making maybe 2-point-something million barrel from crude oil. So while we're making that more money, maybe we will be able to service
That is
our
tentative.
debt. It's hopeful. The president is hopeful that he want to shoot up or increase the target for crude oil. So if we can make such, maybe we'll get another oil boom and windfall that can help us to surge or pay off some of these our debt and reason. But again, I'm sure we will keep borrowing.
Is it not too dangerous that we are too hopeful?
We should be. That's why I say we are so much human. The human race is so adventurous. You do a lot of adventure. You put a lot of stake. You set a target, you beat it. You set another one again, you beat it. So it's good to be hopeful and set those targets.
The train is going to be one from Kano, and it will be coming all the way to the capital in Abuja. I think it's prosperity. If you look at it in the long run,
as much as I love this
people.
train, I'm a bit skeptical that look, are we going for the locomotive? What should we going for? Speed train now, bullet trains, trains that can deliver between Lagos and Sokoto in 1 hour 30 minutes.
When former Minister Rotimi Amechi was speaking about this Lagos Ibadan, who are there, he was telling us pressmen then that they were not operating it at the highest speed because of the dangers of killing people on the corridor.
Okay.
When this other one, the Lagos State Blue Rail was done, and the governor was taking journalists in a tour, he made mention of something similar. When we went for the Red Rail, it was equally not functioning at maximum speed.
Why?
For same concerns that there are people on the corridor. Nigeria, of course, you know.
So we should think about.
I support that we need bullet trains.
You need fast trains
moving at optimum speed.
But sometimes longer distance. So this was
I'm also thinking about such sentiments coming from these leaders.
Imagine if I'm walking. Imagine if I'm walking in Lagos and I live in Edo. So rather than take a flight, I could just do this bullet train in 1 hour and I'm in Lagos. And I do my dealings and back to Edo. So I could live in my farm in Edo and work in Lagos, maybe in VR. So I think this is now opportunity for the government to look, let's open up this country.
Perhaps they should turn up the speed.
I think they should turn up the speed.
Because it's 2 hours now. Even by road is not 2 hours. By road on this road is in less than 1 hour. It should be in Ibadan.
Okay, let's look at the Abuja-Kaduna train too. So I don't know the speed. I keep asking myself, what's the speed limit?
I wanted to make use of that train, but that was when they said bandit struck. So
you
got changed my mind.
But you see the important that it's beneficial, despite the fact that it's still slow. It's helping the common man. You will see that it is, but even the Lagos one, despite the fact that it's still slow. I think my in-law was telling me that look, I just go to my 2 and from my 2, I'm on my way to VI.
Yes, that's very fast. Yeah,
we are growing. If you had these during the Jaconde's days,
but there's this fear.
What do you think would have had by now?
But there's
so
this
would have
fear.
Improved
when it's not finally. If it lands at the time when Lakurawa is coming in, at the time when the CDS is on foreign media, still talking about the fact that he doesn't know those that have been sponsoring Boko Haram for 15 years.
Yes.
When the CDS is telling the foreign media, telling the world that they do not know, the Nigerian security apparatus do not know.
It's possible they don't know.
I don't think the United States will have a security challenge bedeviling them for 15 years and they wouldn't know who is sponsoring that. But let's leave that aside.
Okay.
Is there no fear that this
terrorist group could
cause
harm using this?
Can do something similar for what happened during the time of the Abuja-Kaduna train.
So we need to up the game in security too. See, our development, I just told myself, look, development is not standing, it's not waiting. You check online, you look at people inventing glasses that could read or see very far, or that you could use to see things. Like you're watching things on a computer. So people are moving very fast. You could see pen now that could read from books. You are not the one reading, it's the pen that is reading. And it's reading to you everything you want. So also the security should be looked into. At every contract we are signing, at every project we are building, we should look into it. How are we going to fortify the security of that project? So if we do that, it will save us. I think we should be looking at look at the ball, the big ball, not just myopic, okay, I'm doing train. I said doing train. What is the safety net you're putting in place against terrorists? Because you must do that.
In ensuring that the whole thing is progressive.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, if you are doing it, and then there are some persons who will never, ever use the that I know that will never use that Abuja Kaduna train again
because
of what happened.
They've not seen assurance that look, this can't be safe. But they will use Lagos because they have assurance that Lagos is safe.
Of course.
If we had what that was in Port Harcourt that was being built by Amechi too, it will be used. That was stopped by one of the governors and now the minister. But these things are good for us. They are improving our technology. They are letting our young ones know that, look, we won't leave you naked. We won't leave you alone. We will bring the development, you like it or not. If you get to Dubai, these are the things that make the country easy for people to travel within those countries. Because they have good means of transport, good movement around that country. So if we can have it also in our country, it will be easy for us. We need this kind of development. We need to grow. So while we're doing all this growth, we should also put in place better security. That is assurance for today, tomorrow, and in the future to come. So if we put all this in place, we are good for it.
Okay.
The trend is good. It's a beginner. It's just that I wish we had improved far better to get more, not the locomotive. I don't want locomotive. I want something greater, something better. Though you need locomotive to maybe, you ask us now, what will be the purpose of the train? We are all excited. Train. So what kind of train? Purpose. Is it for goods and services or for passengers?
I think it's passengers first. Just like what we have on Lagos Ibadan, it was later on that they started talking about the ones that will work for goods. The one they are presently using now for Lagos Ibadan is for passengers.
I have a friend or an uncle who told me that, look, if you see a train in the US and it's coming your way and they stopped you, say you're going to wait for close to 1 hour, 30 minutes before you move because the train is coming with goods. Lots of goods.
Wow. All right, we have to move on to the third topic now. And it's something that many Nigerians are really interested in. So the NCC today having a meeting with stakeholders in the communication sector. They have said they want to increase tariff by 100%. Let me break it down. Your calls, they want to increase monies that you are using to make calls. To buy data, money to buy data, everything is supposed to be increasing for 100%. So if you are buying something of 100 naira, probably you buy credit of 100 naira, the 100 naira worth of credit, what they are trying to ask for is that the 100 naira worth of credit now becomes 50 naira worth. So for you to get your current 100 naira price, you have to go higher by another 50%. So the idea...
Are you saying it says 100%? So if you're paying 100 naira for a worth of credit of maybe 100 naira...
It will not be 50 naira.
It will not be 100%, it's 200 naira.
That's what I'm saying. That what you're using for 100 naira, if you are still subscribing or recharging 100 naira, it will give you the worth of 50 naira. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I thought
so. The 100 naira automatically becomes, for you to use that worth of airtime, you have to buy 200 naira to use this current 100 naira.
Yes,
so if you are using a worth of 5,000 naira now, for you to use this current worth of 5,000, you are going to be buying 10,000. So it's just 100% climbing. I mean, on the whole thing. But the NCC have come out to say no, it shouldn't be up to 100%. The stakeholders are saying no, due to the situation of the country. Everybody's saying everything is expensive, and then everybody's putting it on the consumer, on the last consumer. Just before we came on air, we were having this discussion, and I said, why is everybody trying to choke the average Nigerian? Why is everybody? I mean, it looks like the whole thing. Now, even I think Nigerians have the most fun online. Nigerians are probably, Nigerians forget their worries online. They come online, they are doing TikTok.
You think they forget their worries online? Or they come to online too and vent their anger, vent their frustration, vent their joy.
One way or the other,
everything.
It's a way for them to have fun.
So it means online is also living. We are living our life online.
Yes.
But this is what I'm saying. These companies have to increase their prices.
But I'm not saying they shouldn't. Is it the private
Why?
sector? But the Nigerian on the road, the man down, the last person, is the one feeling the brunt.
Yes,
he's bearing the brunt.
He has to bear the brunt. That is the brunt of the economy we are all bearing.
Where does the so-called come from?
So
where does the relief come from?
Why we won't blame them is because the prices of goods and services in all ramifications has gone up. Now, we were not able to sit down and discuss that of the yam seller like we did there and say, no, don't do. They just increase their price without telling you, and you get there today, it's now 3,000 naira, it's 3,000 naira for a tuber of yam. You don't contest it. So the same staff of every company will go and buy that thing for that amount. The fuel price, we did the back and forth. You remember these companies also buy diesel. Those companies also pay for light. These companies also pay. So they will also pay for their staffs. So I think they should just look at it. I think they should also be innovative in cutting costs. Somebody once said that, look, the industries in the country are not being innovative. That's why they are increasing their prices. So if we're innovative enough, maybe we can reduce some of these prices rather than just dump the prices as it's increasing on the consumer and choking the consumer. You would have used invention to reduce price, and that's the only way out if you are innovative. And look at us, rather than you see some biscuit now, you want to buy a biscuit. If you pick a biscuit that you bought,
it's 60% air, 40% material.
So you ask yourself, where is the innovation?
Why
did not those who can keep up to standard and maintain price? Those who can maintain price are those who are going to be innovative in their creativity or in creation of that their product. If you're not even innovative, I bought a soap of recent. A bar of soap that I will use for a month. I discovered that I can't even use this soap for 2 weeks and at a higher price. So I was like, so what's the problem? Okay, I guess they just have to dump the price on the consumer and reduce the quantity and the quality of the soap. No innovation.
Somebody was trying to buy cheese balls in traffic yesterday.
Oh, bros.
And the person just bought it.
You just,
and then
if you hadn't mentioned the name, I would have done analysis for you on that product. But because you mentioned, if I do my analysis, they could say I'm wrong, like that person who spoke about one tomato product and they lifted the person up. And see, we need innovations. It's only innovations that can keep on. If we don't become innovative in our productivities and industries, we will not be able to keep. We'll just be putting the prices on ourselves like that. So without innovation, these companies can't survive. So they should be innovative. They should look for how do you match these things and remove price and reduce price. If you're not innovative, you're going to be putting the burden on the consumer. So they should go back to the board and look, what can we do? Make more money and keep price. Make more money and keep price. I remember those days when bread was expensive and Baba just suggests that, look, I think it's high time we add cassava
bread
to the bread. So we do. So despite the fact that Nigerians criticize it, Nigerians don't eat the bread and there's a lot. But it's a way. If you go outside this country, you will see different kind of breads. Different assorted bread. I was even told that, look, our bread is the sweetest in the world. I don't know how they come about that. I was like, how do you mean? But again, we should have varieties. If you potato bread, cassava bread, yam bread, the things we have more, we should do bread from them rather than waiting for wheat. But because we all buy wheat and we all stick to wheat bread, so no innovation. All we do is what? The wheat price goes up, the prices is dumped on the consumer the same way. Sugar price goes up, the price is dumped on the consumer the same way. Manufacturing price goes up, the price is dumped on the consumer. So, but if you are innovative and you look at, okay, what are the things we can do? Let's look for ways. Let's put your researchers, put your elites into work. We need to keep prices. Though somebody will tell you, did the oil manufacturers, did Nigeria, were we innovative when we were selling our crude to
you know, these are some of the issues. I mean, Nigerians have been screaming a lot in the last couple of months. In fact, it's not a couple of months anymore. This is the second year of this administration. All we keep hearing is we need to have some tough policies coming up, tough policies. But everybody is dumping this stuff, the effects, the negative sides of these tough policies on the average man on the streets. And now, everything has gone up. Rent, school fees, everything. A shirt, just one shirt, one tie, everything for lights, everything has gone up. And now, even tariff is about to go up. I mean, how do you explain to Nigerian man, how do you sit him or her down to explain to him or her the reasons why some of these things are going up in the name of tough policies?
It's difficult to explain to the Nigerian man. It's very difficult because he's bearing the brunt. He's feeling it very. I doubt if there's anybody in the country who is not bearing it. But you see, those of us at the lower ladder feel the pain more. Some of them can do their mathematics and do away with some things so that they can meet up. But what can a man who has no food do away with? He needs food. He needs shelter. He needs water. So we are bearing the brunt. I think the government needs to come out and decide the best way. If I was reading a report when they said the Minister of Agriculture said in 180 days the price of food will crash, and they said it's already over 180 days now, the price of food has not crashed.
It has not crashed.
So,
Hasn't.
what is happening? That's what I'm saying. We need to be innovative. We need to get up and go and cut prices down. What we need now is things that will reduce the cost of these things that will bring confidence back into the manufacturers, things that will bring confidence back to the consumer. That look, I want to have confidence in my country. So the presidents, the ministers, the commissioners, the police, everybody must bring back confidence into the economy. We need that confidence.
Because it looks like every time people just check the media, try to watch the TV, try to read newspapers, it looks like all they keep seeing are war stories, increase in this, increase in that. And the spirit of the average Nigerian, that is always so lively and so happy, is becoming so tired.
So if your take-home pay can't take you home, you won't take you home.
That's so far.
So if your take-home pay can't take you outside your house, you won't have joy. So a lot of us just having hope, and hope that the renewed hope of the Tinubu administration will come into full fruition this month, this year. Just we need a drastic change.
It's 2 years into the 2023 victory of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu already. 2 years. He signed a 4-year deal with Nigerian people. We are already halfway. In football, it's half time. I mean, this is half of the four-year deal he signed. And, Nigerians are just really hoping, like you said, that something good really comes out of all of this, because the average man on the street is tired. He's tired from small money chasing they say one credit 15 or 16 debits. That's how they put it. It's frustrating. A very big thank you to Mr. Adekunle Aliu for being a part of this program, like always, and bringing new insights to the analysis of the day. The biggest thanks goes to you out there, the viewer, for being a part of this package. Like I always say, we are here because you are there. Thank you very much to our production crew for making this show come alive again this day. Hopefully we'll be here again next week, Thursday, doing justice to the topics that I'll be presenting on the roundtable. Stay out of trouble, guys. The weekend begins tomorrow. Have a fantastic weekend. God bless you.